So it's me, your boy Samson. I have this brief message to give you, which are titled Choosing One. God is working in your suffering. God is working in your suffering. Sometimes when we are passing through pain, we are passing through difficulties, we don't know what God is working in our behalf until it occurs. Your pain, your suffering is for a reason. Nobody on this planet Earth that is passing one problem to another that will not get the reason to praise God. Believe me or not, agree or not, this is the far truth. Record whatsoever you have passed through in your life and tell me there is no reason to thank God. Believe me or tell me by your comment there is something you pass through, either by people around you, either in your working place, either in one angle to another. Every problem you passed in life, it have a reward. So when you are suffering, when you are passing that problem, God is working for your good. God is automatically maintaining, furnishing some certain things on your behalf. You are suffering does not mean God is suffering. You are suffering does not mean God don't know what you are going through. The issue is that God knows what you're suffering. He knows the purpose why you are passing that pain, because at the end you are going to realize that all is made for your good. So if I can record 2019, so the issue is that everything you pass through in life, you will have a reason to glorify God. Yes, people will mock you. Why? Because the blind cannot see. People will laugh you. Why? Because ignorance is a disease. I say so. Ignorance is the greatest disease. People will do what? Will talk bad of you. Why? Because it is their mouth. They need to talk. Why? Because they don't have to buy anything like recharge card, battery, sockets before they can talk. It's a free of charge. So what am I trying to say is this: in your suffering, God knows why. In your pain, God knows why. When David was passing difficulties, when Esther was passing difficulties, when Joseph was sold, passing difficulties, at the end, all these people that I name have reason to glorify God. How much more you? So you are passing that problem does not mean God don't know what is taking you through. You are passing that problem does not mean God don't know where he is heading you to. The issue is that your enemy cannot understand and they cannot know where that thing will lead you to. All they know is that you are suffering. Some of them will conclude that that is the end, but God have a reason for that. Sometimes God will cause an asunder that will make enemy not to discover your greatness. Let me explain. When Esther and his brethren were humiliated, were abandoned, were rejected, and king decide to favor someone, Esther have not get that knowledge or that understanding that the suffering which all of them are passing through is for what? Is for their own greatness. You know what I'm saying? Because after all those suffering, after all those things, Esther come become what? The king wife. It come become what? The queen of the land. In other words, everything they pass through, God is using all those steps in order for him to clear some certain road. Because in the process of your suffering, God is clearing some bush that the enemy have set behind against that progress. So the reason why God keep you in that pain, in that trouble from step to step is because he wants you to pass it, and he wants your enemy to see you passing those problems. In that process, your enemy will not have the mindset to do you any harm. Rather, they will be there mocking you, laughing at you, debating whether you will make it or not. Why God is there clearing some grasses that the enemy have sowed. Hey, you got to say. So God is always working for your good. The enemy may thought it is over, but God have reason why it can never be over. Your stepping down can never be your stepping over. Listen, your stepping down because of suffering does not determine or does not finalize that is your stepping what over. You get what I'm saying? So God have the reason why He asked you to step down small, for you to pass on certain pain, for you to recognize, because He want them to a point where they will be saying, yes, we are there when He was passing those pain. We saw everything. We were there. We know everything He passed through before getting to that place. So He will do what? Fertilize your ground. He will liberate some certain things that may cost you asunder. That is the reason why He always do what He know of doing. Why the enemy keep on mocking, keep on what? Expecting the end for you to fail. Why God keep taking you step to step, gradually by gradually, in order for you to get to the end of that mission. Why? Because He don't want them to realize where He is taking you to. So this is all I have for you. Your pain is never your end. You are passing through pain, suffering, difficulties. That does not mark that you are not going to be successful. That means you are doing something with your life. God have reason for that pain. Let them mock. The truth is that they will surely talk because they can't see where you are heading to. They can't understand. But guess what? One day, one day, I say so, mark my word, one day, those who mock you will be shocked by what God will do in your life. Remember, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please let's move this thing to the next level. We are growing, to be sincerely. And I think, and if you are new, you are highly specially welcome. And all of you are unique. Forget about that. You are specially unique. In the eyes of God, in my eyes, you are unique. Remain blessed and remain blessed forever. Shalom.